Okay, we're live.
We're live.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you doing, Leah?
I'm good, Mel. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Let's get some tea.
Yeah. Get some people joining in here. What are you going to have?
To be honest, I'm not really that much of a tea person. So maybe
Wait, yeah, you call it's too watery for you, right?
It is too watery.
Interesting, because it's mainly water, so that makes sense. Too watery. Isn't coffee watery too?
Yeah, but like when you add in, I like drinking espresso, and so it's really concentrated.
Right.
And so tea to me has always just been a bit boring. But you know, it's good. I like
Wait,
tea
we're
for
gonna
lunch.
convert you right now.
And you have, see, that
I'm
appeals
cheating.
to me a bit more.
I'm cheating because I'm having a matcha latte, and I'm just gonna pour it.
Okay, that looks amazing.
I'm just gonna pour it into my cup.
That looks amazing.
Yes, something more substantial.
Yes. Next time I'll bring my own.
Yes.
Okay, so welcome to Tea for Lunch. This is the show where we serve up some news to you in 15 minutes or less. And Leah and I are on the show together. We have been on the show before, but separately. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm excited to hang out with you today.
Yeah, we don't get to work together too much. So it's nice that we get to join each other in this moment. So if you guys don't know, I'm Leah, the editorial lead at Arcade. And then this is Mel.
Yeah, and I'm Mel. I'm one of the social media leads here at Arcade. And before we get into the stories today, I just wanted to ask you, how is your week going? My week has been going really well. The weather has been so nice, and I've been getting out for some long walks, which is really nice. And I know that you're a walker too. So have you been walking this week?
I have been walking. I'm trying to get into a better routine. Now that the weather's nicer, I feel like I can get up early and go for walks in the morning.
Nice.
So this morning I walked to the gym, which wasn't a very long walk, but I'm hoping I can integrate more evening walks.
Mm-hmm. Evening walks are
Evening
nice.
walks last night was so nice. I feel myself like struggling to know, should I go for a walk or should I cook dinner or should I work out? So now that the weather's nice, I feel like I struggle knowing what to do with my day.
Yeah,
Does that make
walking.
sense?
Yeah, walking for me right after work helps me to transition from work to evening mode. So I'll
love
usually
that.
go for a big walk, and then I'll just deal with dinner afterwards.
Yes, love that.
And with the nice weather and it being light out, thankfully I can do that.
Yeah, I love that. I have to get back into it more. You're so good at it. Inspiring everyone to be walkers. You should do another challenge.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Also, have you been playing Wordle?
Oh my gosh. I have been like low-key traumatized by Wordle.
Same.
It's just, I feel like it betrayed me. I thought I knew Wordle, and then all of a sudden I didn't know who Wordle was. And it's been so difficult. Like I had one day I didn't get the word, and I was so upset that I took a break. We took a break for like a week because I was like, look, I don't know who you are anymore. We
Like
can't
a toxic
do this.
relationship.
It was a kind of, yeah, like this person just
Keeps bringing you back.
I've been playing lately,
Okay.
and I feel like I've had some success, which feels better for me. So I'm kind of easing my way in again. What about you?
Yeah, I have kind of had a toxic relationship with Wordle. I was really enjoying it, and then once the New York Times bought it, I swear it got harder.
I think so.
And the day that I was ready to give up was Rupee. So
Over the
I
edge.
didn't know that we were doing currencies.
And I didn't know we were doing double letters at the end of a word.
Yeah, so when that happened, I think I threw my phone. I told my boyfriend that I'm never playing again. I definitely have played again. Like I play most days, but it's like emotionally, it goes up and down for me.
Wordle is just too charming. We just keep coming back. But yeah, it's not been fun, and I know everybody else is not having as much fun because it does seem harder because New York Times is just going for those prestigious intellects.
Yeah, the intellects have taken over, and
Yes.
the plebs are here left in the dust.
Yes. Well, hopefully it gets better. You know, it's going to go up from here. For
I hope
us.
so.
Yes.
I hope so. I just have to keep working at it, and
Yes.
it's still fun and it's still challenging, but some days it just seems absurd what word that they're choosing. But anyways,
it has been.
Anyways, we could probably talk about that for a while. So if you're new here, every week we're coming to you with some marketing news, new technology, breaking news in the industry, pop culture, any trends that we're watching. And you can catch the show live on Instagram on Thursdays around 12:30 p.m. MST. And then you can listen every Friday morning on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you like to listen. So our first story this week is Lululemon has come out with its own running shoe. And I was interested in this story because my boyfriend works for Lululemon and he's been talking about this release. And I think one of the most interesting things about it is that they designed the shoe based on a woman's foot rather than a man's foot. And I didn't know this, but apparently a lot of other shoes, it's just they design a man's shoe and then they make it smaller for women, which is just absurd. It's
Bizarre.
2022. Like, why are we still doing that?
I think that's so interesting because I would never have known that. And yet at the same time, I know that there's a lot of things in our society and culture that are designed for men. Even like city planning is designed for men and their work routines and routes. It's not really designed for women who have like strollers and like people who are walking and stuff like that. And even office temperatures. I know not everybody likes it warm, but even office temperature standards are designed for men. So it's interesting how much of society focuses on what's going to work for men, and then we just sort of think, oh yeah, and also women.
Yeah, it's just rude.
It's rude.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's a great thing for Lululemon. They have a diehard fan base that I know are going to love the shoes, and I honestly think that it's a great idea for them to get into the shoe field and industry. Like, they're doing a great job with athletic wear and athleisure. I think that they'll do a good job with the shoe. I would buy it. I would probably buy it.
Yeah.
Would you?
I haven't actually seen what the shoe looks like. I'll be honest.
Looks like a shoe.
I'm invested in Lululemon stocks, and I really like the company, so I hope the shoe does well.
So you are personally invested in the shoe.
I'm personally invested. Yeah, exactly. Small part, but yes.
I love it. Okay, well, moving right along, Doritos has officially confirmed that they will be putting 5 less chips in every bag.
That's just rude.
That is rude.
I actually bought Sweet Chili Heat Doritos last night.
Did the bag feel lighter?
It's hard to say because the bag was gone within like minutes. But I feel like, and I don't know, we should have looked up what size of bag they're doing this to. Because I feel like 5 chips is a lot. I'm thinking it's like the regular size bag, not the family size. And I feel like 5 chips is a lot to cut out. I think people are going to notice.
5 chips is a lot, especially for like the little bags. I'm like, you're stealing.
There's no way.
You're stealing from children.
There's no way. There's only 5 chips in the little bag. There'd be none left.
There's no chips. They're like, here's a Doritos branded bag that you're paying for because our brand is so wonderful.
Yeah, like so you can hang it on your wall.
There you go. Hey, an art piece. Well, I think it makes sense that this is the route that they're taking, and this is an example of shrinkflation, which is a cost-cutting strategy most companies use to reduce the size of products while keeping the price the same.
Sneaky.
It is sneaky, but it helps make people feel like they're not spending more on the treats or the essentials that they want to bring into their home. It's interesting. I saw this TikTok, and it was this girl showing a mound of food that she could buy for $50 in 2020 versus the amount of food she could buy for $50 now, and it was like 3 items. And I thought it was funny because, yeah, we are seeing price increases. We are seeing just the inflation of most things. And so it's just something we have to keep our eye out. Something that's a good way to notice is if your branding has changed. They're like new, swanky new packaging. It probably means you're getting less.
Totally. I have to go back to this. I thought you weren't on TikTok.
I saw it on Instagram. You guys know this.
Okay,
I see TikTok on Instagram.
You saw it on Instagram Reels 2 weeks after it was popular on TikTok.
That's exactly it. Yes,
cool.
It is.
I think the price of groceries has been, we've definitely been feeling it.
Yeah.
I'll do grocery hauls sometimes on my Instagram stories, and I'll often say what the price is, and I'm showing just a couple of items really, and I'll be like, oh yeah, and this was $90.
Here are the 3 items I got for $90.
So it's a lot, and I think they're doing shrinkflation and inflation. So I feel like we're getting less items, and often the prices are increasing. And so it just feels, I just feel like we're really feeling it.
Time to make your own Doritos.
For some reason, I could see you actually succeeding
trying to. I would do it.
Yeah, well,
I'll share that. I'll try it out and bring it to our next happy hour.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
Great.
So our last story is Amanda Bynes. After 9 years, officially her conservatorship was ended. And a lot of people, I've been following this story forever because I used to watch The Amanda Show, and it was iconic. Did you watch The Amanda Show?
I didn't.
Okay. If anyone knows Bring Out the Dancing Lobsters, let me know, because that was just an iconic
I knew
episode.
of the show, but I didn't watch the show because it was on at the same time as Dragon Ball Z, and I would rather have watched that when I was 12.
Cool. Yeah. I feel like The Amanda Show was like really silly and like kind of spoofy, and it was kind of lots of skits.
You're right.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
But anyways, she was in a conservatorship for 9 years, and a lot of people I feel like knew Britney was in a conservatorship. Obviously, not got a lot of publicity, but I feel like a lot of people didn't know that Amanda Bynes was in one as well. Did you know?
No, I didn't know. I mean, I remember her doing some wild things in the 2000s, particularly some interesting tweets that she published, and so for me, I guess it's not surprising, and it reminds me of how difficult it is for child actors in this industry to, focus on their mental health. And for me, it just highlights other stories of other people who struggled and shared their stories, like Disney Channel's Allison Stoner, Cole Sprouse, Raven Simone, among so many others, have opened up about their stories. And some could say this is like typical childlike rebellion, like, oh, you set fire to a driveway. But I think it's worth taking a closer look at how dangerous the industry can be for our mental health.
Oh, absolutely. And I feel so sad when I listen to these stories of these, especially Disney child actors, because they went through so much, and not just like regular pressures of them working while they're so young, but actual abuse and things that should just not be tolerated.
Yeah.
So it makes me really sad because they were going through all of this to make TV shows and movies for us, for our entertainment, and it just is not worth it.
Yeah.
And they've had so many issues now that they become adults. So that makes me really sad. But Amanda, it seems like coming out of the conservatorship, like that's a positive step. And if you don't know anything about Amanda's story, I would recommend checking out the TikTok account Hello Teffy. She does like these deep dives that are like 12 to 20 parters. And they're really good. They're really like entertaining, and obviously someone's life struggle shouldn't be just for our entertainment, but she tells them in a really engaging way and really thorough. So I had followed Amanda's story a little bit, but if you want to really like get into it year by year, you can go to the TikTok account Hello Teffy, and she just does a really great job. So if you want to learn more about it, you might have to download TikTok.
I will consider it.
Okay, well, we'll check back at a later date.
Okay.
So now that we've wet your palate, it's time for something more substantial. So go and eat your lunch, and thank you for joining us today.
Cheers.
Cheers.